top two starters. But it goes to show that even if they were healthy, we really only have 4 starting pitchers. Right now we have Eovaldi and that guy Perez.
The struggle of being a Sox fan.
Ah.
It's a struggle being a Sox fan. What's up, everybody? We're live.
Oh, yeah, what a struggle.
Fantasy Dads, episode 8. Today we're going to be talking about the NFC South. Some players in the NFC South to keep an eye on. Going to go over a new game that we kind of thought of. It's probably just the same game we probably play with a bunch of people, just different name. It's called Him or Him. And we got some news and updates and a bunch of stuff. We had to postpone the show Tuesday because I had to be on dad
duty.
Little dad duty action. Unfortunately, it's okay. We're here. We're here Thursday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm here with my boy Kev. We just found out I got the first pick in a draft in one of the leagues we're in together, so that's pretty cool. Gonna get myself some Christian McCaffrey. Pretty excited about that.
Gonna have no Christian McCaffrey this year. I'm very upset.
Yeah, last year I had 2 number 1 picks and I picked Lev Bell both. So
Yikes.
That ain't gonna happen this year. We're taking
you gotta atone for it.
Redemption. So we'll talk some news quick. Kev's got an update.
News there.
COVID update, or you're just gonna skip over the COVID this week?
Yeah, we'll start with the COVID real quick.
All right.
Just the NFL tested at under 1% on their most recent round of testing. That's obviously a good thing.
Yeah, very good.
Trending in the right direction.
I'm loving to hear it. Love to hear it.
With no bubble, that's what you want to hear.
Yes.
Definitely a good thing. Doug Peterson is back with the team.
Yep.
He's back with the Eagles at camp. That's good. He's over it. Like to hear that. I did also hear that apparently Anthony Lynn had it. I haven't watched Hard Knocks yet, but I heard that he talks about it on the show.
Yeah, he came out and said, "I had COVID."
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn!"
I gotta watch it.
It was like a soap opera. It was pretty good.
Oh, it always is every year. But this is just another whole storyline for them to run away with.
Let's talk about Hard Knocks real quick. I just want to say one thing. I thought it was pretty funny. Yeah. It was pretty funny seeing all these jacked up NFL players, like superhuman kind of looking people, afraid of the little needle and the swab going in their nose. I think it was somebody on the Chargers. You'll see it, Kev. It's actually pretty funny. He's like psyching. He's like getting himself ready to get his nostrils clean. And he's like freaked out, and the nurse is probably like the 60-year-old woman. I think she had kind of like a little of an accent to her too. It was just a funny thing. I thought it was funny because like
I say that shit is a little uncomfortable, but
you see these guys
being a freak athlete.
Little cotton swab scares them, but they go out there, they'll get nailed by Ed Reed or Ray Lewis. Yeah, that's it. Good show. Good show. Check it out.
So we're looking at, I gotta peep the first episode.
Yeah, always a good show.
ASAP.
Always get you nice and prepped for the season.
It's HBO, man. You know what HBO does.
What's gonna be crazy though? What's gonna be crazy is that there's no preseason. So like in the show, they're already the next episode they're cutting down the roster to 80. Like they're trying to get the rosters cut ASAP in the NFL. So like these rookies, these undrafted rookies, they might not get a shot, man. I mean, and like a lot of when they were cutting some of the guys at the end of the episode. Anthony Lynn was always like, "Oh, it's a different kind of year. We're probably gonna need you anyway." Like he's like telling them that his former teammates are gonna get COVID, and that's his only way I'm back on the roster. So it's gonna be really weird season for the undrafted rookies, man. They're really gonna get their shot to prove themselves. It's gonna be gonna be interesting. I think a lot of veterans are gonna end up being on rosters that we don't really expect. So
yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
For sure.
It's going to be interesting.
But we had some good hometown news. We had a little Patriot news for us.
So, brought in Lamar Miller on a 1-year deal. I think he actually would pair pretty well with Cam Newton. Especially, Sony Michel, as far as I'm concerned, is toast.
I think so.
They did place him right on the pup. He's still pending the physical because he is coming off a torn ACL also, isn't he? Lamar Miller.
Lamar, yeah, he actually tore too.
Yeah,
Was
so
it
we
TCL
so
and
we
PCL
put him
or something like that?
officially signed him, threw him on the PUP for now. He's still pending a physical, but I think he should come in and get carries right away. I mean,
He says
I was
he's good.
excited about Damian Harris, but I don't know now.
Yeah, he says he's good. He says he's ready to rock and roll. So,
Right.
Damian Harris
We were
took a
both
hit.
getting excited about Harris
I
in the
was.
later rounds as a sleeper, but
I'm still
I don't know
taking
now.
him. Still taking him.
Yeah. Yeah, and now you might be able to get him even later, like last round, just scoop him up.
Yeah, I still think Damian Harris gets a share of the backfield. I don't know. Lamar Miller. I mean, who was the other running back we signed 1 year? 1 year running back. He ended up being a bust. I forget his name. Fred Taylor was one. We signed.
I know we brought in Steven Jackson
Jeremy.
like halfway through
Yep,
the year,
Steven
a few years
Jackson.
ago, didn't we?
Jeremy Hill. Jeremy Hill actually he just got signed by somebody.
Yeah.
But then he got cut.
No, Oakland picked him up for a day.
Oakland.
I don't know what that was all about. Well,
Las Vegas. Las Vegas, Kevin. Get your
Vegas.
straight.
I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep doing that.
But we do that a lot. I keep saying we. The Patriots do that a lot. I gotta stop doing that. People are like, well, you're too biased.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, he might not even play it down for us. Who knows?
Facts. All right, and then Darius.
Keep an eye on.
Well, Darius Geis news.
Yeah, and then we haven't had a show since then. Yeah, I mean, we were already talking about him being a bum and not being able to stay on the field, but now he's just a bum, real life. Arrested on multiple counts of domestic abuse, and Ron Rivera, came out with a statement and all that, and the team cut him immediately.
It's a shame.
So you take him right off your draft board.
Take him right off your list of anything.
Yeah, take him.
He's
done. As far as I'm concerned, he's not going to get another chance in the league. He's not Kareem Hunt. Hunt had a video. You saw exactly what he did.
Darius
Obviously,
Geis.
the public apology. I mean, I'm not saying what Kareem Hunt did was right, but he did everything he had to do to come back, and he's obviously way more talented and durable than Geis. So I just don't see anyone.
You might as well just X Geis out of the Madden, delete him off of Madden, get him out of here.
That'll be
Guy's trash. He's a bum.
Well done.
Bum.
Well done.
Get your Antonio Gibson shares. AP gonna be draftable now.
The thing about Gibson now, Ryan, though, is his ADP is gonna climb
of course.
Probably into the 8th.
He's gonna get that. He's gonna get that Darwin.
Somewhere where I don't want to take him.
He's gonna get that Darwin Thompson.
Oh yeah. So that Darwin Thompson hype is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna take those chances to share.
I'm probably not gonna have any shares of Gibson now. I would have.
You'll reach on him in one league. I already know it. But
hey, buddy.
Guess the parents, the future of the fantasy dads.
Love you, buddy.
You're shy. All right.
Yeah.
And you got 2 tight ends. Got some contracts.
Yeah, big ones.
There we go.
Both on the same day. Kittle and Kelsey both signed their contracts for probably the remainder of their careers. Kittle's is a 5-year, $75 million. Kelsey 4-year, $57 million. And that's good. That's good right there.
It's good money for a tight end.
Those dudes are locked up, and they are going to be the top 2 tight ends in fantasy for the next 4 years, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know.
Yeah, more than likely.
Kelsey and Mahomes, nothing's going to change that unless Kelsey falls off a cliff as he gets older.
Mm-hmm.
And likewise with Kittle. So that's fun. It's fun. They're locked up. Good to go.
Good, man.
Barring injury, those are the 2.
Kittle over Kelsey, right?
Not yet. Not for me, anyway.
Not for you.
I mean, they're close, but I'm taking Kelsey.
All right, so we're going to jump into the NFC South, kind of break it down a little bit. We're going to go over who we like at each position. We're not going to really dive into each team individually, but we're just going to pick a couple players to talk about, who we think our favorite quarterback is, running back, receiver, tight end. We got a dark horse player at the end, and our favorite rookie. I'll give you a hint. The rookie I talked about on our spotlight, so you probably already read that if you're watching this, but I'm going to go over it again. We'll start off with the standing projections. I got Tampa number 1. I got Tampa, New Orleans, Atlanta, and the Panthers. Tampa's schedule is really easy, Kev. Did you look at it? I'm assuming you did, right?
I statted them at, well, I have them at 10-6.
Oof, no way. Who are you?
Bro,
If you look at the schedule real quick, you pull it up while I talk.
what are you thinking?
And you tell me who their
14-2.
you tell me who their 6 losses are with Tom Brady at quarterback.
It doesn't matter though. No, how often do teams really go 14-2?
Ask Tom
Even
Brady.
the Ravens. Did the Ravens even go 14-2 last year?
Ask Tom Brady.
No. Dude, even the Pats didn't go 14-2 that much with Tom Brady.
Yeah, they do. I don't know, bro.
A lot of 12-4 years.
This is gonna be an interesting offense in Tampa. That's gonna be a very good team,
and they got they're gonna be so much fun to watch. But...
And they got a good defense. They got the best defensive end in football right now. That's huge.
I have them losing to Green Bay.
No way.
Kansas City.
I got that. That's who I have. I have them losing to the Saints week 1.
One game against Atlanta.
That's not gonna happen, dude. No way.
Why would they lose both?
They're not gonna. They're gonna lose.
I know those division games. A lot of teams lose games they shouldn't within the division. It happens every year.
I guess
those games are always high scoring.
We're going off of paper and names, and I am taking.
I have them losing at Denver.
What?
Tom Brady's history in Denver is terrible.
The team is different.
We couldn't even beat Denver in Denver.
This is a different kind of team, bro. I don't know. I think we're underlooking.
I think you're
overhyping it. I think you're underlooking the talent that's around Tom Brady this time around. This is better talent than he had with Gronk and Randy Moss and Wes Welker. This team offensively, skill-wise.
Defense isn't what it was for us back then.
Maybe not as good, but that means he's got to put more points.
His earlier years, our defense was.
I don't know,
Ryan. 14-2 is a little generous for me.
But I'm taking
I'm a little low at 10-6.
Where do you got New Orleans at?
12-4.
I got them at 13-3. I don't know.
New Orleans 12-4.
I don't know. Atlanta 7-9, Panthers 4-12. I mean, I think we both
got
Atlanta 7-9.
I have Atlanta at 7-9 also, and I think I put Carolina at 5-11. That could go either way. Yeah. They could easily go 4-12. But I like to give them the benefit of the doubt, bringing in Bridgewater. They got to be slightly better than they were last year.
You'd hope, maybe. I don't know.
Defense is still going to be
trash.
Terrible.
Trash. It's going to be a CMC show.
Terrible. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's the order. I mean, you have it flip-flopped, but I definitely would say Atlanta, Carolina at the bottom. No, and it's going to be a New Orleans and Tampa at the top.
I mean, realistically, the Panthers could come out and just shock everybody. I mean, they do have probably the best player in football on their team. DJ Moore.
They got plenty of weapons. That's not the problem. It's the defense.
Defense is tough. But now we're each going to talk about a quarterback. We each picked kind of a different one here. And this is fantasy-wise. I think Breeze is going to be the best quarterback to have on your fantasy football team out of the NFC South. Right now, he's getting picked as the quarterback 10, ADP 119. That's pretty low. Last year, he missed 5 games. He had almost 3,000 yards. He had 2,979 and 28 touchdowns with a 75% completion rate. If he had played all the games, he would have been on pace for over 4,000 yards and over 35 touchdowns. So I like Breeze. Breeze is getting picked really late, 119. That puts him around 7-8. I don't know. I think he definitely is going to outproduce Matt Ryan. He's got the best receiver in football on his team. They brought in Emmanuel Sanders. They got Jared Cook, Alvin Kamara. I mean, I don't know. I think Breeze a little undervalued this year. Might get hurt in the red zone though. I will say his touchdowns might not be 35. Might be a little lower than that, but Tyson Hill, healthy Kamara, definitely gonna take some opportunities away from him in the red zone. Whereas last year he was throwing it to Michael Thomas on an out route or, a quick pass to Jared Cook over the middle or something like that. So you got Matt Ryan, right? So,
I do.
He's got the
these guys are all a toss-up. Right now, the ADPs are Matt Ryan, QB8, Drew Brees, QB9, Tom Brady, QB10. You take your pick, but for me, it's Ryan. The Falcons had the most pass attempts in the league last year by a lot. They just can't establish the run, and I don't think Gurley's going to change that. The O-line isn't much better. And Gurley, I don't know what we're going to see from him.
Are we going to see Gurley at all?
Are we going to see the good Todd Gurley, or are we going to see the knee?
I think the Falcons are a little scared of Gurley right now. They're a little nervous.
I don't know. They're talking about giving him, he's going to get the workload, but
this is if he can handle it.
I still think this team will be at least top 3 in the league in passing attempts. And Matt Ryan, all he does is throw. He throws over 4,000 and high 20s to low 30s every year. And a couple years ago, he threw 38. And I want to say last year was 35, or the year before that.
Yeah.
So, he's always one of the top guys.
He has his years where he's not.
Last year was 26. That was a down year for him. Yeah. 2 years ago was 35, and 4 years ago was 38. But it's always over 4,500 yards, or a couple of times those same years it was almost 5,000 yards. Just think with the weapons he has around him, Julio and Ridley is pretty much the best 1-2 punch in the league. Close to it. And with the passing volume he's going to have, for fantasy, I'm taking Matt Ryan over Brees.
I don't know. Emmanuel Sanders, man, it's a big addition. He's a hell of a football player. I think so.
Is it?
Wait, you don't think Emmanuel Sanders is a good addition to Drew Brees' offense?
When has their wide receiver 2 ever really been relevant? Not really. Ever.
Devery Henderson.
This is not. It's not really. It's going to be Michael Thomas. It's going to be Kamara. It's going to be Jared Cook. Taysom Hill's going to get his little gadget plays. And that's it. And they want to run more. That was their goal, is to run the ball more. We're going to see Latavius Murray and Kamara both carrying the ball. And I just think, obviously, Michael Thomas isn't going to get 185 targets again, but...
Why not?
I mean, it could. Exactly. Could happen. That's an absurd number, though.
I don't think he's going to.
I would bring him back down to like 140 where he always is.
Yeah.
But even still, I just don't think the number 2 wide receiver in New Orleans has ever really produced, and Emmanuel Sanders couldn't really do it last year as the clear number 1 option in San Francisco.
Wow.
And then he got hurt, and he's old.
Yeah.
He's like 33. So for me, I'm not looking at Emmanuel Sanders as something to hype up.
I'm not hyping him up. I'm not hyping him up. I think he's a good addition for Drew Brees.
He's no different. To me, he's obviously a better football player than Ted Ginn and whoever else has been their wide receiver 2 over the past few years. But for fantasy purposes, he's going to get probably the same amount of targets as a Ted Ginn. And I just don't think it's going to bring Drew Brees into like a new statistical fantasy territory.
Well, we know what Brees is going to give us.
That's what I'm saying. So, no, I don't think Sanders helps him for fantasy. And maybe in real football, he's a more reliable target than Ted Ginn. But, no, for fantasy, I'm still going Matt Ryan.
Okay. That's a fair argument. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Just got a feeling about Brees, I guess. I guess my tummy's telling me something. I was gonna take Brady, but I didn't want to.
I'd probably go with Brady over Brees also.
Yeah, I just didn't want people to get home and jump me, so I just went Brees. But and both of us are gonna pick CMC for running back here. I mean, how can you really not? I mean, I guess you could
obviously
conversate Kamara maybe, but no. I mean, I don't think in the mock drafts we've done, for some reason Michael Thomas has been picked 1, but other than that, I've never seen anybody else get picked number 1 overall besides Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
So
That's something going on with Sleeper. I noticed I did a half PPR mock on Sleeper,
Mm-hmm.
and it looked like normal. It was McCaffrey, Barkley, Elliott, like normal. He went to full PPR, and for some reason, Michael Thomas first off the board. So I don't know.
There must be
Very interesting there.
a bug in there with point per reception or
Maybe there's a
something
little glitch with Sleeper or something, because
because he had
that is
100.
strange.
Might be because he had 186 targets last year or something like that. But I mean CMC can't go wrong, man. I think he's. I don't think his volume is going to decrease. I don't think his numbers are going to go down. I think his ceiling is still through the roof. You know, I think Teddy Bridgewater might be a solid person for him to play with. I mean, he's not the greatest. He doesn't have the biggest arm, though. So he's going to be looking for CMC out of the backfield. Quick routes, quick dump offs. He's going to get his receptions. They paid him tons of money. I mean,
He's going to get his touchdowns.
He's going to get his plays, dude. He's just going to be a stud again.
He's on another level, man.
He is. And he's fucking
He's in his own tier.
Yep.
Even if he doesn't get the same amount of targets and receptions that he had last year, he's in a tier of his own.
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude.
For me, anyway. I mean, some people like Barkley a little bit more than I do, but I got McCaffrey's kind of just in his own category for me.
I'm pretty excited that I'm going to be able to have him on my team this year after missing out on him last year in 2 leagues.
I've had him 2 years in a row. I've had him, and the team that I had him on, I won. So it's
pretty exciting.
That's pretty good, you know?
Yeah, and I'm excited to be able to root for him. I think I had him his rookie year in one league. I think it's the only time I ever had CMC. But when he was splitting time with Jonathan Stewart. So, yeah, we're not going to really take too much time on running back. I mean, you got Alvin Kamara in New Orleans. He's a stud, too. He's a top 5 running back on most rankings. Most drafts, he goes in the top 5. Another guy's solid, but he doesn't compete with CMC. New Orleans, Atlanta, they got Gurley. I'm staying away from Gurley this year. Not a huge fan. I don't think he's going to be able to stay healthy. They're already saying he's limping around. He came into camp limping. He's got arthritis, man. Arthritis in your knee is not something to fuck with. I don't know. They're going to try him.
Did you see that? I didn't see that.
They're going to try him. It isn't
not ideal.
Give it a little Google search quick.
He was also so bad at catching passes last year that they just stopped throwing the ball to him.
Yeah, and I think
that's not good.
Ito Smith is still on the team. He got hurt last year, but he can catch the ball pretty well. So I don't know. Gurley, I stay away from Gurley. I don't want to take the risk. I take him. So he's going. I think he's round 3 right now. I'm good. You can keep Gurley round 3. I'm good. I'll take somebody else. You can name a couple guys. I'd probably take them over Gurley. Honestly, I would honestly.
I think like a month ago, I was a little higher on him.
I would take David Montgomery over Gurley.
Just once it comes time to actually draft,
you just have to remember.
You look at his name, and you're just like, ew. I can't do it.
Ew, I'm good. Yeah, I hear that. And then Tampa, they got Rojo. And
Keisha Vaughn.
My favorite rookie in the division, Keisha Vaughn. So, yeah, I mean, can't really compete with CMC. So this next one, receivers, kind of a little bit more of an argument, I guess. I picked Godwin. I mean, I'm not dumb. I know Michael Thomas is the number 1 receiver in the NFL, period. So I'm not going to do that back-to-back. You know, obviously we're both going to pick Thomas and CMC. So I decided to go Godwin so we could talk a little bit about him. I just like the opportunity he has right now with Tom Brady. Last year he was a wide receiver 2 behind Michael Thomas, right on his ass. Didn't have as many targets. He had 119. It's crazy that Michael Thomas had that many targets last year. 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns, 188 fantasy points. Right now he's getting picked in the end of the first round, beginning of the second round. I mean, I like Godwin. I don't know. You loved him last year. He was your boom pick last year.
I was on the Godwin hype train last year.
Yeah, I mean,
I love Godwin.
You got to, right? I think.
I love Godwin. I have him 6th though.
I think they're gonna be.
I think most people do.
Just as much. No, I mean, the only thing that makes me nervous about Godwin is the fact that they still have those 3 tight ends. So when it comes down to the red zone, Godwin might not be in there because you know how Brady likes to run that power formation. So it's that's what makes
I
me
mean,
a little nervous because he
he's
wasn't a
an
big red
elite.
zone. He wasn't a big red zone target last year either. Mike Evans
They have Mike Evans and Gronk for that now.
and I mean OJ Howard and
But
Cameron Brate are still there too.
he's an elite route runner. He's
Yes.
going to get his, but
Yep.
you got to remember that Jameis Winston threw like
30 something picks.
35 interceptions last year, which means the offense they got to be on the field more
Always playing catch up.
because they would turn the ball over, the other team would score, and then bang, they're on the field. So, I mean, they probably had, while they weren't efficiently closing out their possessions because they were turning it over, they were on the field more.
Yep.
So I think the volume, obviously, last year was higher than it is going to be this year.
That's a fair argument. I mean, like I said, I just wanted to
still
pick somebody different.
like him a lot.
Yeah, you got to. So I'll give you some names quick. So would you take Godwin over Devontae Adams?
Nope.
No. Where do you got Godwin right now? Is he a third or fourth? Or lower? Six? So you take
Six. Julio, easy.
I like Godwin better than Julio, I think. I don't know. I haven't really looked at my rankings. I had to adjust those. But
Julio's a freak.
yeah, he is. I don't know. It's such a
year.
deep division, skill position wise. Like a lot of first, second round picks are in this division. A lot. It's kind of
It's a
crazy.
fun division.
It's gonna be a fun division. There's gonna be a lot of points scored.
There's a lot of points.
A lot of offenses. Always is. You want to talk about Michael Thomas at all?
I mean, what hasn't been said?
Yeah.
He's 185 targets last year. Put him on. He was like McCaffrey for wide receivers. He's in his own tier, basically.
I see digression.
But you know what I saw is that pretty much wide receivers don't repeat though.
Right.
So we just have to figure out. I mean, obviously you're gonna rank him one, and you're probably gonna take him over all the other guys except maybe Adams or Julio. The argument can be made. I know some people are gonna be taking them over him. But
Not this guy.
I got him ranked one.
Yeah, you have to. I think. I don't know. 100. I mean, you're gonna get
Exactly what he
digression.
did.
You're gonna get digression. He's not gonna get 186 targets. There's no way. I mean, he could. There's no way. Unless Kamara gets hurt again.
150 stops.
If Kamara goes down on injury again and they rely on Drew Brees to throw the ball 40, 50 times a game again, then yeah, I can see it. But, I mean, right now Kamara's healthy. I think that's going to take away some of his looks, some targets. I think Tom Brady's going to come in and sling the rock a lot, so I don't think he went to Tampa just to run the ball. I don't know. I like Godwin.
They're still going to throw the ball a lot.
Yeah.
But they're going to finish their drives.
Yeah.
And then they're going to probably play some better defense also. That should be improved. So I just don't know if they're going to be on the field having to score 30-something points every game. And, like the Jameis Winston pass attempts. Tom Brady's not going to have the same amount of pass attempts Jameis had last year. So I don't know about the volume. I still love Godwin, though. I would take him if he comes to me at the right time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'm hoping that hoping he slips to me in a couple of leagues. I like his upside. I like that team's upside points scored. Tight ends, we both picked Hayden Hurst. Could have made an argument with Gronk, I guess, but then you got the two tight ends behind him that kind of scare me, and then you got.
You could always make the argument for Jared Cook too.
Jared Cook, yep, and Thomas, a little dark
I
horse.
heard Ian Thomas would be the sleeper of the bunch.
Yep.
Somebody came out was the coach Matt Rule came out and said it's Ian Thomas's turn at tight end. I mean, I think everybody knew that. Greg Olson's not there anymore.
Yep.
So we're aware of it. Just there's too many other guys there. McCaffrey's he just dominates touches. DJ Moore is gonna dominate targets. And then you got two field stretchers. So I don't know how much work Ian Thomas is gonna get. But yeah, we both went Hayden Hurst, and we kind of already talked about Falcons just throw the ball more than anybody else. And they have 258 vacated targets, most in the league. Yep.
That's crazy.
Hooper is gone. Sanu is gone.
Yeah, buddy. I don't know. Atlanta. Hayden Hurst, man. He's getting picked 131. That's round 6. Tight end 7. I don't know. I'd put stock in him. I would definitely pick Hayden Hurst. I would take him over all the other tight ends in this division right now. I think I had just updated my rankings. I put him ahead of Cook. Took Olsen out of the top 10 with reports that Will Dissly's coming back. So I bumped Hurst back into the top 10. He's going to have tremendous value. That's it. It's a tight ends. So during our tight end show, we talked about how they suck. And you don't really want to pick a tight end unless you get the ones in the top. And you walk away with somebody like a Mark Andrews or a Darren Waller last year. Hayden Hurst, I wouldn't say he's as secretive as Mark Andrews and Darren Waller were last year, but you can probably get him with some value. Depending on your league and how experienced they are, Hayden Hurst might slip really late, and you might walk away with a Hayden Hurst in like the 10th or 11th round.
If you're in a league where somebody is going to draft Hunter Henry or Evan Engram before Hayden Hurst, then that's perfect.
Right.
Because I would probably going to take Hurst.
Yeah, I got them ranked
in a later round.
I got them ranked.
Yeah, I have them ranked ahead of him too, but that doesn't mean I actually want them.
Yeah.
Because where they're going to get picked right now by their ADP, I would much rather take her.
Yeah, like we said last week, wait on tight ends. Unless you get yourself a Kittle and Kelsey and are happy with your running back 1 and wide receiver 1. Hurst is going to have the opportunity. He's going to have the targets. Matt Ryan throws to his tight ends. He'll use his tight ends. He's going to get lots of targets. Sanu's gone. Hooper's gone. Freeman's gone. The red zone is open for business. Calvin Ridley's going to eat. Julio Jones is going to eat. But Hayden
Hurst can support a third guy.
They could support a fourth if you believe.
They did it last year.
If you believe in Matt Ryan like you do, they could produce for 4 people. I mean, at least a wide receiver 1 with Julio. Calvin Ridley can arguably be a wide receiver 1 as well, based off of some of these experts.
All 3 of these guys can go over 1,000 yards realistic.
Yeah. Who was it today? Kyler Murray came out and said that Fitz, Kirk, and Hopkins are all going to get over 1,000 yards receiving. Not to talk about the Cardinals, but to put into comparison, to the Falcons, talent-wise.
Well, you know, Julio and Ridley are both going to go over 1,000.
Right.
That's going to happen. Well, I mean, if Hurst can be what Hooper was.
Well, just to give people an idea, Hooper, before he got hurt last year, and so this is in 13 games. So he was out for, that gives him, 3 games? Plus the one he was hurt. So he probably played in a full 12 games. He had 75 catches, 781 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He was the tight end 1 up until
Pretty sure he was the tight end 1.
Yeah, he was the tight end 1 up to week 6, I believe it was. Yeah. That's insane. That's huge numbers.
He was on a crazy pace.
Yeah. And Gurley,
I don't think they're gonna.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be a
throw any less than that.
Honestly, I think he's gonna be
still gonna throw the ball top 3 in the league. The defense is still bad.
Yep.
So yeah, I like Hurst.
Gurley being iffy as well gives Hurst more opportunity in the red zone.
Even if Gurley is let's say he's decent, I mean, they're still gonna have to throw the ball a ton, especially in their division games. Against the Saints, they're gonna be down. Against the Bucs, they're probably gonna be down. Carolina, Atlanta, those games are always fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a good division.
Even if they can run the ball a little bit better, they're the team that's going to sling it around.
Yeah.
Like no one else.
I mean, he's a dark horse tight end 1 this year, for sure. He's a guy who could easily sneak into the top 5 with the volume he's going to receive. And he's got no comp. There's no competition at tight end. So, I mean, it's his job. They paid him. They liked him. They traded for him. 2nd-round pick. They gave up a 2nd-round pick for this kid, so, and he's got it. He can play. He can ball. I mean, watching him play for Baltimore, the few opportunities he had, he made the most of them. So, and he's pretty quick.
Yep.
So yeah, Hayden Hurst. If he's there around 10 or 11, you're still looking for tight end. Snatch that dude. So best rookie in this class. I did my rookie spotlight this week was on Keisha Vaughn. Right now, he's getting picked rounds ADP 90. He's ranked higher than Rojo in a lot of people's rankings.
Crazy.
Not mine right now, just simply
Me
because
either.
of what Arenas has been saying about Rojo. And, I mean, Rojo can
Arians?
catch. Well, I'm wrong, coach.
Gilbert Arenas.
Did I say Arenas?
Yeah, Gilbert Arenas. Oh man, you just took me back on a trip to memory lane. Gilbert Arenas like bringing a gun in the locker room and shit. Come on, Rye.
My bad, bro. What he's been saying about Rojo being the top dog, and Rojo can catch the ball too, but I just Keyshawn. We all know Rojo can go out there week 1, lay an egg and suck. I mean, he could just suck. We don't have confidence in Rojo yet, so Keisha Vaughn just intrigues me as an option. His ADP kind of sucks. You're gonna have to reach for him if you want him. If you really believe that he's gonna come in and be the third down running back. I mean, in college, he really wasn't that much of a receiver. Looking at his stats, but he's got the quickness. He's got the style. He actually led the SEC with an average of 4.4 yards after contact. So that's pretty good. That's a good stat to have. Brady likes hard-nosed players. He threw the ball 155 times to running backs last year. I mean, there's not too many rookies in this division that really stand out to begin with. So, yeah, I went Keyshawn. I mean, I don't know who else you could really pick. Did you find anybody else or?
I mean, most of the rookies in this division were like
Defensive.
on defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, these teams are really trying to fix their defenses. Maybe that would make these games less high scoring and fun to watch, but I love this division for that reason, honestly. It's fun for fantasy. This division is the best division of football for fantasy.
Always get the stocks in the NFC South if you can.
Always. And I don't know if they're going to succeed in fixing their defenses, but yeah, Keisha Vaughn's really the only offensive rookie we could have picked from anyway.
That can make an impact right away. He could. I mean, and it sucks because you can't. There's no preseason games. Like we're not gonna know if this kid's gonna be the third down receiver. It's tough.
I definitely wouldn't pick him over Ronald Jones. That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, he is.
Yeah. What site is that, or is that on that fantasy data?
That was on Fantasy Pros.
That was Fantasy Pros. Yeah, I don't know why they hate Rojo over there for some reason.
A lot of people hate Rojo. I'm not a big Rojo fan, but I mean,
I don't think he's great, but he's probably gonna have 200 carries, and he's being drafted
the way that it's
a lot later than someone who's gonna get that much work on an offense that should be able to be in the red zone often.
Yeah.
But like you said, Arians will have him on a short leash. We'll see some Dare sprinkled in there.
No, I don't think so.
On third downs.
Maybe. I don't know. It depends. I need to see footage. We need footage. NFL. We need footage. We need to see these camps.
Yeah, we need to see like who's out there getting the blitz pickups and who's playing well.
I'm usually watching training camp live, and it's not a thing. How am I supposed to know?
Honestly, the beat reporters can kind of be a problem though.
They're not out there no more.
The beat reporters were the reason Darwin Thompson's hype got out of control last year, though. So do you really need that? Do you really need them telling you it's going to be Keisha Vaughn and then it's not?
Who's my hype this year? We need a hype guy this year. We had Keelan Ballage last year. We had Darwin Thompson. We got
That's Antonio Gibson right now, isn't it?
I mean, by default, because Geist decided to beat up his girlfriend.
Yeah, that's rough. That's brutal.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, there's not too many offensive rookies in this division. So we went Keisha Vaughn. Why not? I did a spotlight, so make sure you check that out on Instagram. You can get the link. It's right there. Just look up that at. But I decided after listing all these people, I was like, you know what's a good one? A dark horse fantasy stud. And I'll let you go first, Kev.
Yeah.
All
right.
Who do you got for us?
My guy, I was thinking dark horse. It had to be someone that isn't really talked about
or even drafted.
So I went. Yeah, I mean, he if he's being drafted, it's super late right now, and I think him and the other guy they just brought in are kind of being drafted around the same time. It's Curtis Samuel from the Panthers.
Crazy.
He's got a chance.
He was
last year he had 1,608 air yards, and Kyle Allen missed him on just about every single one of those throws. Incredible.
We had him.
He should have had so many big weeks.
We had him on that team we split.
Yep.
And
they wanted to get him the ball on a deep ball, and it just wasn't happening. But they can get the ball in his hands in different ways too.
Mm-hmm.
Jet sweeps, give him the ball, make things happen. I think if anybody on that team outside of McCaffrey and Moore produce, it will be Samuel for me. I'm not the biggest Robbie Anderson fan.
Well, he just fits Bridgewater's play style. Bridgewater doesn't go deep. He doesn't have that deep accuracy. He's more of an underneath kind of throw guy, which is what Samuel fits. I mean, he can go deep too. He's fast. Samuel's fast.
1,608 air yards and
for
an
sure.
average depth of target of 15 yards.
For sure, for sure. No, for sure. I'm thinking, well, Kyle Allen and Teddy Bridgewater. I think Teddy Bridgewater blows him out of the water skill wise. So maybe watching him play for the Saints last year when Breeze was hurt, a lot of his throws were underneath. Not a lot of them were going deep. So I don't see how that's going to really play a factor. And Robbie Anderson's there now. I think
I don't have many expectations for Robbie Anderson. That's why I like DJ Moore so much.
Right, but Robbie Anderson's definitely he's going to be taking those deep targets downfield. So that'll open Samuel up underneath. I think he's a true slot receiver to begin with anyway. I like Samuel. It's a good call. I actually had him typed in, and I backspaced him out and put this guy in the.
He had 105 targets last year too, which is crazy to me considering he caught like maybe half of them.
Yep.
I think it was like 51% catch rate is so bad, but it wasn't really his fault. So if there's a third mouth to feed in that offense, I think Samuel could surprise us a little bit, become relevant again. He was so frustrating to own last year, wasn't he, Ryan?
Yeah, dude.
Each week, it would look like he was about to have that big play, and then he'd put up like 7 or 8 points.
Yep.
And then eventually, we obviously benched him. Then you didn't want to cut him for a while. He was just frustrating.
Because he had the upside.
He definitely
saw them.
Still does.
You saw them attacking downfield with them, so you got the sense that it'll hit. It's gonna hit eventually. He keeps getting these targets. It's going to happen. And Kyle Allen could never connect with them. So hopefully, maybe Bridgewater. I mean, like I said, I don't know. We'll see what Bridgewater's first year back was last year. He looked pretty good, man. He carried the Saints until Breeze came back. So maybe he's going to be even better this year.
I'll say he might not, have the tendency to throw the deep ball so much, but if he does throw it, it has to be a little bit more accurate than Kyle Allen, right?
I would hope so.
And it was just terrible.
Yeah.
I like Curtis Samuel's a fun guy to either grab in the last 2 rounds or off of waivers, depending on what kind of league you're in.
Yeah.
How deep and
these dark horse players we're naming, we believe they're going to be serviceable players, and you can pretty much get them for free.
Right.
Corona, excuse me. So dark horse stud for me. I'm gonna go with the PPR machine. I'm gonna go with somebody who potentially could slide in as a flex receiver for you, or even like our league, we run 3 receivers. He could slide in on bye weeks as a receiver 3, or he could be every week receiver 3, and that's Russell Gage. So we were talking about vacated targets when we were talking about Hayden Hurst. They never replaced Sanu. They didn't sign anybody in the offseason. Nothing like that happened. They just said, you know what, we're sticking with Russell Gage. He's gonna be our guy. He's going to take those snaps that Sanu was getting. He had 68 targets over the final 9 games. That's a pretty good number. Week 17 stands out a lot. I know it's the last game of the season, but he had 13 targets in that game. And then just to name a couple other weeks here, they're all divisional games, which I thought was pretty funny. When I was looking at the schedule and the targets and stuff, all these are divisional games besides week 8. He had 9 targets. So that was against Seattle. But week 12 and 13, he had 10 and 9 targets, 4 of those in the red zone, which is pretty cool. And then 15 and 16, he had 6 targets both those weeks, and then 17, he had 13 targets. If you're a believer in Matt Ryan, like Kevin is, and you believe that this Falcons team is going to throw the ball a lot. Calvin Ridley and Julio are going to eat. But those targets over the middle are gonna be there. The slot machine is gonna be eating, bro. They don't really have a receiving back. They got Ito Smith, big whoop. So you get a guy quickness in the slot like that. He ran a 4.40. It's pretty fast, not crazy fast, but it's quick enough in the slot. I like Russell Gage. Not really getting drafted. So I saw him. I was just looking at names and like all these guys, they produce numbers. And I saw Curtis Samuel, I saw Russell Gage, and I saw the kid from Tampa Bay. The name's slipping my mind now. I think it's James Watson, the slot receiver. They're all slot receivers. And just PPR machines, man. Just when you're drafting full
Justin
points.
Watson?
Was it?
Justin Watson.
Justin Watson.
I remember that now. Him and Rashad Perriman were out there.
Tampa.
When Godwin was out.
That's their third receiver right now.
In the Rock.
So, he might shine. I was going to pick him, but I was like, I don't know enough about this guy to even talk about him. But Russell Gage was a rookie last year, 6th-round pick. He made his way on the scene. He had his opportunity, and he shined. Hayden Hurst is going to get his targets that Hooper had. And now, to be fair, a lot of these targets he got was when Hooper was hurt. So that's going to definitely play a
Ridley was out.
And Ridley was
also
out. Yeah, so.
The last 3 games of the year.
In those last 3 games, he had a total of 25 targets. So, I'm not saying Gage is going to come in and be a force to have, but if you're looking for a guy to plug in there.
What if Ridley gets hurt again?
Right, Ridley gets hurt, or Julio.
He immediately steps into a role.
Yeah, immediately. Any of them. If any of the 3 get hurt, he immediately steps in. And
he's the next man up.
Demands a huge target share.
And on a team that's going to throw the ball a million times.
Yeah.
I like the call.
Yeah, why not? Right? Why not throw Russell Gage in there? Give him some love.
If you remember, on Team Doo-Doo Squad, I had Russell Gage at the end of last year when I was trying to piece anything together.
He worked out pretty well.
Scrap my way into the playoffs. I didn't come in last. That's as far as it worked out.
Is it because of Russell Gage?
It might have been.
Wow. Well, there you go. There it is. He's the savior. He's the Lord and Savior of the Doo-Doo Squad. He saved you from coming in last place and having to put $20 on the table. Nah, Russell Gage, he's getting picked 305 overall, free. That's a free pick. You probably get him undrafted.
Free.
Just put him on your watch list. But if you got a spot at the end, add him. I don't think there's a problem. There's a lot of people out there you could pick with your last pick, but Russell Gage, his upside's there if someone gets hurt or if someone doesn't make the field, or if the Atlanta comes out with 3 receiver sets every down because Gurley's not feeling well or Hayden Hurst isn't really working out with Matt Ryan, even though Matt Ryan loves Hayden Hurst already. He's praising him like crazy. Russell Gage becomes relevant. If he comes down 5 catches, 50 yards, bye week, that's 10 points. That's huge. That's a huge plug. And in a potential 4 receiver lineup in your fantasy league. So, yeah. I drafted. When I'm drafting late, I look for receivers who get catches. I don't really look at yards. I don't really look at touchdowns. In a PPR league, if you catch the ball 6 times and you get 40 yards, that's 10 points. So that's what I just figured I'd throw him out there. Figured I'd throw him in there.
This is just dark horses anyway, right? So,
nah, they're not dark horses. He's the White Knight. He's ready to come on the fucking scene, bro. He's a stud.
You scoop him off of waivers.
Why not?
If somebody gets hurt, you could have yourself.
There he is, man.
Very serviceable option.
Wide receiver 26 by the end of the year. Russell Gage. Book it.
Oh yeah, mark it down.
All right, so we're gonna end the show with a little game we played on Instagram. We're not going to dive too deep into these players because we talked about a lot of them already on our receiver show, or in the spotlights. So I'm just going to go over it's called Him or Him. So what I did is I put up a poll. I let you guys pick who would you rather have, and it was players that were close to each other ADP wise, or close to each other on our rankings, or if Kevin had somebody higher than I did something a lot of it together, just people that would get picked around the same area. So the first one I did was Devontae Parker or Marquise Hollywood Brown. Devontae Parker won that 60% to 40%. Personally, I would pick Devontae Parker as well. I don't know about
Me
you,
too,
Kev.
Rye.
Right? You take Parker?
Yeah, I'm going.
But I do
Sure
like
thing. He's
Hollywood.
the sure thing.
Do like Hollywood. What'd you say?
Parker's just like the sure, the more sure thing with the volume and stuff.
Yeah, I
Obviously,
mean, Hollywood's
he can stay healthy.
good as well.
He's got the kind of crazy boom upside, but
Yes.
just run the ball so much.
Yes. They did last year too. But he needs to stay healthy. I just personally
we gotta see.
I need a year. I need a full year of a receiver, and if he can do that, I'll draft him.
We need to see if he's actually injury prone or if he was just never fully over the injury he suffered in college.
Right.
Coming into last year, he was hurt.
No, I know. Week 1 though, he didn't look hurt. 3 touchdowns.
No, he popped up. So we'll keep an eye on Hollywood.
Yeah, but we're gonna go Parker here, like everybody else. This next one surprised me. A lot. OBJ versus Thielen. OBJ got 36% and Thielen got 64%. I would take OBJ all day. I don't know about you. You a Thielen guy or an OBJ? In my rankings, I got.
I'm pretty sure I have them back to back.
Yeah, me too.
Basically, I would, depending on how I feel that day, I'd probably lean Thielen for the sure thing. But if you want to talk about who has the upside to be like a top 5 wide receiver, it's Odell Beckham. He's been there. He's done it. Just hasn't done it in 3 years. But they got a whole new scheme there now.
I don't know, man.
So I'm excited to see how it goes in Cleveland.
You could get Odell Beckham in the 4th round right now.
I think it could be a steal.
That's crazy.
But I don't know. Last year, really.
He was hyped last year. A little too much.
It really hurt.
He was hurt. He was playing hurt.
I hope. He was hurt, and it just hurt having him on your team.
Oh yeah.
Most of the year.
I had him on a team. It was tough. A couple teams, I think.
So I like Thielen with no Stephon Diggs there.
I think that makes him worse. He can't get off of coverage. I mean, he's good, but I don't know. We'll see. He's getting old too. I like OBJ. I like OBJ this year, especially where he's getting picked. I just Thielen's a round before him. I take OBJ all day. Next we got Keenan Allen or DJ Chark. My boy Keenan Allen won 70% to Chark's 30%. You guys all know that I'm hype on Keenan Allen, and you guys all suck for thinking he's worse than a top 10 receiver. Still can't believe that he's getting degraded just because of his quarterback. If you watched Hard Knocks, my boy Justin Herbert looks like a friggin' stud. The dude throws dimes. He's going to be the starter week 1, guaranteed. Tyrod Taylor's not starting for the Chargers. Keenan Allen's a stud. I take him all day over DJ Chark or anybody that's around him ranked-wise. I think it's crazy that he's getting picked as late as he is. In every mock, I walk away with him in the 5th or 6th round. That's insane to me. He's a 2nd-round pick in my eyes. So I take Keenan Allen. I agree with the voting here. Good job, community on Instagram. You voted right. Kev, are you a Chark fan? I'm a Chark fan.
I'm a Chark guy.
Hey, don't get me wrong. I love Chark. I love me some Chark. He was my sleeper last year.
I think Chark still has value to him too.
Oh, of course.
He's not going to like the 5th round either, and I'm pretty sure he's the closest thing to like the new AJ Green.
I guess, but I don't see Chark finishing inside the top 10.
Is being drawn by Jay Gruden calling their plays now. They're going to try to use him like AJ Green. So
I don't see Chark finishing inside top 10.
I think he definitely could because they're going to have to throw the ball a lot.
Yeah, we'll see if Minshew can get it done. I got more faith in a rookie than Minshew, I guess. Maybe that's why I'm fucked up. I don't know. All right, next we got Allen Robinson versus Juju. A-Rob, 25%. Juju, 75%. Doesn't surprise me much here. I feel like Juju's just a name. Just a name on the name kind of base. Yeah, it does. Big Ben's back. I guess you kind of got to look at receiver. I mean, you're a quarterback here when you're talking about these two. I understand A-Rod produces with whoever. But I think, I don't know. I like Juju. I don't know. I wouldn't take either of them, to be honest, but.
Juju hasn't done it yet without Antonio Brown there.
Yeah.
He hasn't been able to be the top dog. Allen Robinson is a target machine. And they lit a fire under Mitchie Trubisky's ass. Gonna come out balling like he was 2 years ago.
Oh, man. Do not say that ever again. Mr. Trubisky is not balling anywhere.
QB 32.
Mitchell Trubisky be balling in the locker room, bro.
Actually, wait. He'll probably be behind a couple of the backups. We'll call him like QB 34.
He'll be behind David Blow.
Yeah, but Allen Robinson's going to be a top 10 wide receiver, so sign me up.
You think so? Okay.
I love him.
Bold. I stay away from
I'd say at least top 12.
This next one was pretty cool. Julian Edelman versus Landry. Both getting drafted around the same area. Both PPR machines. I think Edelman's stock's going to rise as we get further into camp and start to learn more about the New England offense. But Edelman won 71%, Landry 29%. Right now, I would... Oh, man, it's tough. Right now, I guess I'd probably take Edelman still just because we know what he is. I mean, I don't know. Landry's a PPR machine too, man.
Landry's a stud.
Yeah.
He does it every year.
It's tough. It's another tough one. That's why I like doing this. It's really tough. Really tough.
Like Edelman last year put up some of the best numbers of his career.
Yes, that's a fact.
But Tom didn't have anybody else that he trusted at all. And now you bring in Cam Newton in a totally new offense. Like I was listening to the Sports Hub, and what the rumblings are that they really want Cam Newton to win the job, which shouldn't be that difficult for him to do. But they've tailored the offense, like we were talking about with McDaniels. They've tailored the offense to him already.
Yeah.
So they want him to win the job.
McDaniels wants him to win the job.
Him.
Yeah, McDaniels wants him to win the job.
I'm not sure what kind of numbers Edelman will put up in Cam Newton, that offense. Well, I know what Landry does every year, so I probably lean slightly towards Jarvis Landry here, but I think both of them are solid PPR picks.
Yeah, I mean, they picked round 9, round 10. I mean, that's wide receiver 3 right there.
I have Landry, Boyd, and Edelman are all kind of like...
Yeah, that's like the common...
Those 3 for me are like all equal almost.
Yeah. The next one, the last one actually, is going to be Cortland Sutton versus Tyler Lockett. Who do you think won this before I tell you the numbers?
Lockett.
Lockett won 75-25.
That's a big number.
I think that's too big. I would take Sutton. I did my write-up on Sutton. I'm a big Sutton guy this year, big Drew Lock guy. Lockett, great player. Great fantasy receiver. Russell Wilson trusts him. He's going to get his. They probably will finish around the same area as they're ranked in pretty much the same area, getting picked around the same area. But my thing with Sutton is he's progressing upwards and he's younger, and Lockett's tending to get hurt more and he's progressing downwards. DK Metcalf is going upwards.
Lockett's never hurt, man. What you talking about?
He got hurt last year.
He went to the hospital and didn't even miss a game.
He fucked with me last year. What you talking about? He was hurt.
He might have played through injury, but I don't think he missed any games.
Anyway, DK Metcalf is up. Jerry Jeudy's new. I don't know. I like Sutton this year over Lockett. If I had to pick out of the two.
It's another one that these guys are really close in my rankings. Yeah, no, Tyler Lockett played 16 games last year, man. I remember he went to the hospital for some reason after one of the games. Something happened to him.
Well.
I mean, he put up 82 for 1,057 and 8 last year. And this year, Russell Wilson, I don't know if you've seen his Instagram video. Have you seen Mr. Unlimited?
Yeah, I've heard about him.
Oh, man, it's the corniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
He's annoying.
But
top 5.
He just came out just came out today and said that they want to treat every quarter of every game like it's the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl or something.
Yeah, I was wrong. I'm gonna go
This
back.
might be the year.
I'm gonna backtrack on what I said, quick, Kev. Lockett's trending up in every stat category possible, and I'm wrong. So don't listen to me.
Because Doug Baldwin's
gone. He's Russell Wilson's number one target. He's a stud. Take him over Sutton. I still love Sutton. I still love.
I like them both, but Lockett. I don't know. He's another one of those guys to me who's like Allen Robinson. I always look at him and I didn't draft him, and I probably should have.
Well, what really stood out
to me?
I
kind of undervalued.
What stood out to me with Lockett right now, when I was quick glance at his stats, his average per catch, like yards per catch, went down from 16 to 12, which means they're starting to throw to him all over the field rather than just downfield. So he's more of a number one option rather than just a deep threat like he was in 2018. I can't believe he's already been around for 5 years. It's crazy. But he's been producing every year.
Yeah.
So I'm wrong. Take Lockett.
I would also
take Lockett, put him in your pocket.
Basically, what I was saying was, I don't even know if it's going to come true or not, but Russell Wilson, it sounds like he just wants to like steamroll teams finally, unleash his final form.
Excellent.
We've seen them be like run heavy all the time. Beast mode, they were running the ball. Carson, they're running the ball. Russ has never really had to take the whole team on his back, and I mean he's still always like a top quarterback option. I think if they just open it up and just pass the ball a ton, and dangerous offense.
They are.
Russell Cook. Last year, I'm pretty sure something like the one score games that they would they found a way to win them at the end. Like they were always in close games and somehow pulled it out at the end.
Yeah.
As Russell would do his Russell Wilson thing. I think he wants to try to just be blowing out teams. That'd be
great.
Cool.
That'd be great for his fans.
That would be great for Lockett and Metcalf.
And Will Dissly.
Yeah. Will Dissly, Uncle Will should be back. I would hope so.
Says he's gonna be back. But that's about it though, Kev. We're at an hour and 5 minutes.
We're gonna wrap it up.
That was a quick show, bro. That went by fast. It was fun, man.
I like that 1 hour.
It was fun. Talked about the NFC South, probably the most exciting division, point scoring wise, in the NFC this year and last year. Next week, I guess in a few days, because we'll be back on Tuesdays, and Mock Mondays coming again. I don't know what we're gonna do for Mock Monday. I think I might ask somebody to be on the show for another league that we're in. Get a little mock draft for a different league, different rules and stuff like that. A little bit more funky, a little funkier of a league. But we're gonna be doing the live draft for this league. That is August 29th, correct, Kev? I think so. It's a Saturday.
Saturday.
I think it's the 29th. That's at 6 p.m. I'm going to be live on here, possibly with Kevin. I don't know what's going on yet. We're going to figure that out. But it will be live in one shape or form. Also going to be live for another league that we're in. We were supposed to be teammates in it, but we recently split up. So that's also on a Monday night. I think that's Labor Day. That's at 8 p.m. So instead of a mock Monday, it's going to be this, a real draft. So
good content, right?
So maybe it'll just be me and Kevin again live on here. Yeah, man, we got tons of things coming. The season's right around the corner, man. Drafts are coming quick. Do your research. Get your rankings ready. Get your sleepers ready. Get your tents ready, because we're gonna go to town, bro.
Best time of the year, buddy. It's best time of the year, and
it really is. Football.
This is a fantasy football show, but I mean, we got NBA playoffs.
Oh,
we got sports. NHL playoffs
everywhere.
We got baseball is happening still.
Bruins currently winning, 1-0 at the end of the period one.
Beautiful.
But we're not gonna talk about the Red Sox getting smacked around by the Rays, or the.
Yeah, no, we don't have to talk about
a little bit rough.
Like a minor league baseball team.
What else, Kev? Oh, merch. Oh, I got my shirt on. Let me show you guys my shirt. This is the merch, dude. The fantasy.
Yeah, we should have one coming in the mail, right?
Yeah, you guys got
or
two.
Next time I see you.
You got one coming in, Tori. I got you one too. The fantasy dads.
Ah, beautiful.
T-shirts, and we got stickers. They're available in the store. I've been doing a little thing over here this whole time. It's showing the shirts I got in my store. It's on both of my channels. Make sure you check it out. It's streamlabs.com/RyanAlicious. It should come right up. All the Fantasy Dads merch is in there. You got an Instagram and a YouTube. Just search the Fantasy Dads. That shit will come up as well. Really trying to figure out some stuff we can do on Instagram to be different because we don't have the opportunities to make graphics like a lot of these people do. So I'm trying to figure some stuff out, doing some research. But we got to continue putting out some great write-ups. Spotlights are awesome, always on point. The rankings, we're going to start doing some funky rankings for different kinds of rules and stuff like that. Different things I've been thinking of. But we'll definitely be putting a lot of content onto Instagram. So definitely check that out. Drop that follow button for us. We hit 50. So that's our first goal. We hit 50 followers, which is cool. Hit it pretty quick. A lot faster than I hit 50 on my other account. So make sure you spread the word for us. It's been a fun experience for me and Kev for sure.
Yes, sir.
So yeah,
yes, sir.
We'll be back mock Monday. Hopefully, I got a guest. I think I should have one.
I believe. I'm gonna pick from the third spot, right?
Yeah, that's the league I'm talking about.
You're gonna go from one.
Yeah. Yep. I'll be picking from one, which is gonna be Christian McCaffrey, and then Kev's gonna be picking for two. Hopefully, I can get the guy who's got a bottom pick. I think I can. It depends if he wants to get his face on here or not and talk. But yeah, so yeah.
We could get him. We could just get audio, right?
Yeah, do something. So we got Tuesday, regular show. What division you want to do, Kev? We'll decide right now.
Well, we just did one of the most fun divisions for fantasy, so we could hop on over to like the worst.
Want to do the worst, which would be
AFC East. Our division.
Okay.
Miami Dolphins, the Buffalo Bills.
All right, we'll get the hometown division out of the way so people don't hate us.
Oh, you want to get that one out of the way?
Yeah, we'll do that next week. We'll do AFC East Tuesday. Talk a little Pats football. Why not? Also, our schedule's going to change once the season starts. We're going to try to go live on Saturdays, Kev, for the start or sit. No, Sunday mornings. Sorry. Sunday mornings for start or sit. I would think
Sunday before kickoff would be ideal.
Yep, Sunday around 11 o'clock.
And that might... I want to try to do that on the Instagram live, too, if we can. Like a live start sit. Maybe if some people are on there and want to ask questions, too.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, can we do both?
I can't do it. Not on here, but you could always go live on Instagram.
You could go live on.
I can go live. I can go live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. I can't go live on anything else. So I could do Facebook. Facebook probably be a better idea.
Yeah.
We'll talk though. We'll talk about that.
Sit, Sunday morning.
This is a little behind the scenes here for you guys. You guys get a little behind the scenes conversation here. We're still live.
Why not?
All right. Big hugs, guys. Thank you so much for coming by, checking us out. If you're still there, want to talk about a question real quick, feel free. If not, I'm going to hit end stream and I'm going to play some Apex. So I will talk to you guys later. Kev, I will see you this weekend.
All right, buddy.
Maybe? I don't know. I'll talk to you.
Always a pleasure. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what we got going on yet, but I will let you know.